Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks Podcast. I'm Mike. That is my boy Sam. That is my boy Sam over there. Today we have another installment of the top 10 Seahawks of all time. Last episode, we did number 5. Number 5 was Bobby Wagner. Go check it out if you haven't missed it. We also have episodes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 ready to go for you guys. Make sure to check them out. Make sure to let us know what you think of our list. But today, we've got entry number 4, the fourth greatest Seahawk of all time. It's Cortez Kennedy. Cortez Kennedy, if for those of you who don't know, for those normies out there, was a defensive tackle for the Seahawks who played from 1990 to 2000. Truly one of the best defensive tackles throughout the 1990s. The dude was an absolute machine. He was a unit. What?
Hold on right there. Of the 1990s, we're talking about best defensive tackles of all time. I just had to say that.
True.
Real quick.
But I'm just saying, in the realm that he played in the 90s.
I mean,
one of the best defensive tackles of all time.
It's him and John Randall in the 90s, really. And he's really comparable to John Randall. So
absolutely. I think, a part of the thing, I'm going to go on a little rant here. Part of the thing about Seattle being kind of a small market team is that sometimes their players are underappreciated, right? You talk about, Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor, amazing. Not comparing Cortez Kennedy to Lawrence Taylor. But Lawrence Taylor played in New York. So everybody in the world knew who Lawrence Taylor was, right? Mm-hmm. If Lawrence Taylor played for the Seahawks, I doubt that he would get as much recognition as he does due to the smaller market in Seattle. And again, I'm not saying Cortez is Lawrence Taylor. They play different positions. But what I'm saying is I feel like players are often underappreciated in small market teams. And I think one of the examples is here with Cortez Kennedy. If Cortez Kennedy played, I think, in a big market team, it would be widely accepted that he's one of the best defensive tackles to ever play the game. But I feel like most people, when you ask them, would not bring up Cortez Kennedy in a best defensive tackles of all time discussion. Is that fair to say? I'm not saying they're right. Is that fair to say? So
that's fair.
One of the most underappreciated and best defensive tackles of all time. Played throughout the 90s, was amazing. Unfortunately, did pass away in 2017, so rest in peace to Cortez Kennedy. Has his number retired by the Seahawks. I believe he's one of only four players, and it's 12. It's 4 players and 12, right?
I will look up.
Hold on, let's see how good
numbers.
I am. It's Steve Largent, Walter Jones, Kenny Easley, Cortez, and the number 12, I believe.
I think so, yeah. Yep, you are right, Mike. Right on the nose.
Boom. People say I'm a fake fan. Get out of here. Get out of here. So, Sam right now has the kind of stats and accolades pulled up for Cortez Kennedy. So, Sam, if you kind of want to go through those right now to give an idea of just how good this man was.
Yep. So, Cortez Kennedy, 58 sacks throughout his career. That is freakish.
Amazing.
Freakish for a defensive tackle. That is ridiculous. 8-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, all 1990s team, and 1992 AP Defensive Player of the Year. So, in 1992, I feel like we just need to talk about this. A Pro Bowler, first-team All-Pro at the age of 24. 24 years old. Wow. Man has 4 forced fumbles, 14 sacks, 92 combined tackles. I feel like that is freakish and very underrated for defensive tackles. I mean, that's Aaron Donald numbers right there.
That's Aaron Donald numbers.
That's Aaron Donald numbers right there. And Aaron Donald, it's a little early. I can undoubtedly say that Aaron Donald will retire as one of the best defensive tackles, if not the best defensive tackle of all time. So, that is freakishly good stats. He never really had a season to totally replicate it, but still, he was a consistent 6 plus sack defensive tackle throughout his career, which is very impressive considering you think of Aaron Donald, you think of a slim but muscular guy. Think of John Randall, slim but muscular but big enough to play defensive tackle. This dude, Cortez Kennedy, 6'3", 305 pounds. That's a big boy. So when you're that big and able to still get through and chase after the quarterback and chase him down, extremely impressive.
And another thing to mention is that the Seahawks at that time were, when you were playing the Seahawks, you had to focus on Cortez Kennedy. He was the vocal point of the offensive line. So the fact that he was able to gobble up all those linemen And dude was athletic. He was like you just said, 330. He played much more athletic than he was 330. There's also the year, and Sam was telling me about this, where he actually changed his number.
Jerome Brown passed away in a car accident.
Very sad.
Great Eagle, who was another great defensive tackle, passed away in a car accident. And during his playing career, changed his number to 99 for one season, which was the number Jerome Brown wore. And that's the exact year that he had 14 sacks and won Defensive Player of the Year. So just a really cool story there. And,
it's a really awesome story.
And just kind of a final thing, we want to talk about impact and legacy for the Seahawks is great. Has the stats, has the accolades, he's a Hall of Famer as well. I don't know if you mentioned that, but the one thing that may kind of struggle is that impact during that time. Of course, he was amazing, but the issue is that those teams were god awful, terrible. They were bad. They were consistently 5-11 or worse. So I mean, obviously, that's not really a knock on Cortez Kennedy because they never really had a quarterback. But
or any other,
it's going to hurt him more in the long run than if he was playing those 2000s teams or even during now. He would probably be a little maybe even higher on this list, top.
Again, we're not saying he's Aaron Donald because they're two different types of players. And again, going back to him being underrated, can you imagine if he played, in today with Russell Wilson as his quarterback?
He was at the time he was widely considered amazing. Obviously, 8-time All-Pro, and this was before fans would vote. This was players and everybody else kind of voting.
Pro Bowl was skewed.
Yeah. So I think it's going to wrap it up. Cortez Kennedy, may he rest in peace, but a true legend and maybe one of the most underrated defensive linemen ever. You rarely see his name come up in conversations. I think it's about damn time. Watch some highlights of him if you've never seen him. Subscribe to the channel. Press that notification bell. Even drop a like. Subscribe to the comment also as well. If you guys think you now have a little bit of idea to know, I will give a hint on the last three players, not in their order, but the last three players are the players that you would expect: Russell Wilson, Walter Jones, Steve Largent. So,
wait, Travis, what happened to Travis Homer? Dude, number 0. Number 0 is Travis Homer.
Number 0. He's above everybody else.
Couldn't fit on the scale.
Yeah, he couldn't even fit on the scale. We couldn't even put him in a top 10 list. That would just be disrespectful to his legacy and his greatness.
Absolutely.
So, he's number 0, Travis Homer. Keep that in mind. But no, the last three players, those are the last three players. So if you guys think that we left somebody off the list disrespectfully, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace out.